Hey everybody, Tanner Eskew here with another garden update. Let me know if you like these videos down below. I'll keep making them throughout the fall when we plant my fall garden out. If you like them, I'll keep recording. In the last video you saw my drainage trench. It's been working really well. And if you didn't see my last video, when I moved in, the washer, just the washer, was draining out right here. There's a broken pipe. So I dug a trench, laid some corrugated pipe in there so I could backfill, so we could have somewhat of a yard. And it's kind of open past that point. It drains over there, and if I move that rock, it'll drain that way to deep water this new bed. In the last video, I think I had this bed made but not planted, so now we can see what's kind of going on. I planted a lot of squash, summer squash and winter squash. So I got spaghetti, acorn, and just yellow squash in the back. So the acorns are in the front. Everything's coming in really well. This is natural dirt, the dirt that was here, I just kind of hit it with a pick, broke it up. There's even trash in there still. One last little squash coming up. Late bloomer. I didn't think it was gonna pop up. And then next to the squash I have a onion patch. We'll see how those do. I've never grown onions this early. We usually put our onions in October or November and let them overwinter. So we'll see how these do. And then the tomatoes, I planted these tomatoes way after I planted the tomatoes behind me. That I'll show you in a second. So they're a little bit behind, but they seem like they're doing okay. At first they were really small and we were getting a lot of wind. I wasn't sure they were gonna make it because they were looking burnt, but with all the rain recently, it should have helped. We got another onion there, and another spaghetti squash, I believe. And behind me is a big bed of tomatoes. I'm kind of letting these guys go. They're all over each other, but they look really good. They're really thriving, so I'm just gonna let them, let it nature's way happen. We got all cherry tomatoes back here, and these are bigger tomatoes up here. We got some on right now with some flowers, so hopefully in a few weeks here, we'll be eating tomatoes. I got some peppers hiding in here too. Unfortunately, the neighbor's goats got out, and our peppers were snack number one. There's some other ones hiding in the back here that they didn't get to, but the tomatoes are kind of taking over. That's okay. I think that bed looks really healthy. This bed I got squash. The squash are kind of taking over everything. There's beans back here that were supposed to go on the trellis, but they didn't quite make it up before the squashes took over, so they don't get much sun right now. There's one little guy poking through the top there, so maybe the beans will make it up the trellis. The squash, I'm sorry. The squash is doing really well. The radishes, the bugs really got to it. There was a couple worms out here the other morning. I picked them all off, squashed them, but they did some damage. They're ready to harvest anyway. They're about that big. So I may just go through here and harvest, and there's another worm right there. I may go through here and harvest and then replant. Behind here, the beets seem really unaffected by the bugs, and even being shaded out by the squash, they seem to be doing really well. So happy with the way the beets are growing. This bed, same thing, bugs. The bok choy in the middle has got some bugs. I picked all the bugs off, and spinach up here in the front had some bug pressure. I picked all the worms off of them too. So I got this stuff called Dipple Dust. I found it in a magazine. I think it was Annie's Organic Gardening magazine or something like that. So I'm gonna try the Dipple Dust, sprinkle it on, and see if that will kill the bugs, kill the worms. Back here was supposed to be lettuce, but nothing really happened. I got one, and I got two, and they both look really weak. So I may just scrap this lettuce and plant maybe some more beets or something. I can certainly eat beet greens or juice beet greens. The lettuce doesn't seem to be too happy, but the beets look like, man, the beets look good. So may do some more beets here. Yeah, let me give you guys a big shot. See what we got. Oop. Just fell in the ditch there. You guys, I know it's kind of dark. There we go. You can see the whole thing. See the yard. I really wanted to make a video on the blackberries, but I'm sorry, the dewberries. They're like a native blackberry. The season's over now. We picked all we could. We made jam, and I was gonna make a whole video on it, but it didn't happen, so sorry. Next year though. Next year we will pick more dewberries, and I will make a video about the picking process and how we make the jam. It was delicious. So good. All right, guys, that's the garden update. Let me know if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 right now. And once I get to 1,000, I can start monetizing my videos again, which I was allowed to monetize my videos before whenever I was making YouTube videos. And so I have like almost $100 in my AdSense account that I can't get because YouTube won't let me monetize my videos anymore. So trying to get to 1,000. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.